The audience is shocking. 1.6 million people. I mean, what in the world? Anyway, there's a fly that's bugging me. There's not a tremendous amount of songs. First time you ever hear it, you love it. But things grow on you. You start learning the words. You start learning what the music is about, what the genre is about, stuff like that. Good day, everyone. Welcome back to Glitch in the Matrix. So today we are doing something that has been beyond highly recommended. Like countless people have said to do this. We've done a few Metallicas in the past, and every time I do one, they come back and they say, you've got to do Moscow, you got to do Moscow 1991. So we're going to do Moscow 1991, Enter Sandman. There's a lot of significance about this, especially with her. One of them, first of all, is one thing that we've been finding in all the videos we do is sometimes even outside of the song, even if she's not a fan of the song, she really loves the big audience and the craziness. And this is probably the most epic audience of all time. It literally is the biggest concert in the history of music. And it's 1.6 million people in Moscow. This happened in 1991. It was right before the dissolution of the USSR back in the day. Now in the 80s, there's also significance here because back in the 80s, it was actually very difficult for anybody in the Soviet Union to listen to anything from Western music. They had to bootleg tapes in and stuff like that. So the fact that the early 90s come around and 1.6 million people show up to a concert speaks volumes as to how much bootlegging was going on. So it's actually a really big deal. But it's not just the audience that's going nuts. There's a lot of soldiers. There's helicopters flying around. Even the soldiers are going nuts in the audience. That's how crazy this is. And for how conservative the USSR was back in the day, this is really kind of an epic event. Anyway, let's get into it. Metallica's Enter Sandman from 1991, Moscow. I will tell you there is about a minute intro just to kind of show you the audience and kind of what's going on, and then it kicks in the music from that point on. So let's get into it, guys. Metallica coming at you right now. Get out there, subscribe, and got a lot more coming. Let's get into this one, though. I guess that's what 1.6 million people look like. Did you see that? I don't. You probably didn't see it, but because I just barely saw a glance of it. There was a older guy there in a suit, bald hair. Looks like he just left like the office. Is sitting there in a suit, rocking out with. You must have missed that. It caught me by surprise. I was like, wait a second, that was so outside of the normal of the rest of the crowd. But anyway, I think half of Rush is here anyway. All right, let's keep going. I love that the soldiers are going nuts too. It's so awesome. It's just a piece under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Action light, into light, green of sand. Action light. Okay, so it kind of ended abruptly, of course. Anyway, that's just the download. But, forget about the song for a second. I mean, I know you've commented on audiences and stuff like that. Have you ever seen anything like that? I've never seen anything like that.
Mm-mm. That was crazy.
I mean, absolutely insane. So, just the energy that's there, stuff like that. Well, overall, we've done a few Metallica songs. Is it growing on you at all?
The song?
Yeah.
It's not really growing on me. I'm just starting to get used to it.
Okay. And that's actually not a terrible thing. A lot of times that's what it takes. Just, repetition. I used with your brother, I remember saying something along the lines of, there are certain genres of music. It's kind of like beer. It's kind of like 19 out of 20 times the first time anybody has beer, they're like, well, what is this? And then, you have it a few more times. You're like, okay, I'm starting to I like this. Mm-hmm. And that's the same way sometimes with music as well. It's like you hear something, there's not a tremendous amount of songs. First time you ever hear it, you love it. But things grow on you. You start learning the words. You start learning what the music is about, what the genre is about, stuff like that. I don't feel you're there yet, obviously. See, and you're agreeing with me there. But the fact that you said you're getting used to it and you're starting to see some patterns with the way stuff is done, I think you're liking it or recognizing what it is a little bit more than, say, when we first started listening to all this stuff, right? When you hear it now, it's not so shocking because you're used to it. But, do you feel like you're starting to like this a little bit more? Not really? You're just getting used to it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. And again, that's fair enough. And again, I'm not trying to force her to like this. I don't care if she likes it or not. We're just having a good time, spending time together, stuff like that. So it's just fun. It's just fun. Anyway, I love that. I think it's a killer song. The audience is shocking. 1.6 million people. What in the world? Anyway, there's a fly that's bugging me. So let's go ahead and end this video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Get out there, subscribe. We got a lot more coming. Thanks for watching. Until next time.